Hi, and welcome to the course. In this first video, I just want to briefly talk about what LaTeX is and how it relates to other software that you might have seen previously. So first of all, what is LaTeX? Well, LaTeX is what's called a document preparation system and also called a typesetting system that essentially allows us to write high-quality documents. When writing in LaTeX, what we write is text combined with what's called special commands, such as the one you can see here, the text BF. And this command will change the appearance of the text. Do not worry about this for now, we'll talk much more about this throughout the course. LaTeX was actually created in the 1980s by Leslie Lampert. LaTeX is built on top of a typesetting language called TeX, which was developed by Donald Knuth. In 1994, the version called LaTeX 2e was released, which is the current standard version of LaTeX. There is work being done towards LaTeX 3, the next version, but this is far from being complete at the moment. What about pronunciation, first of all? So here's actually a quote from Leslie Lampert. One of the hardest things about LaTeX is deciding how to pronounce it. This is also one of the few things that I'm not going to tell you about LaTeX, since pronunciation is best determined by usage, not fiat. TeX is usually pronounced TeX, making LaTeX and LaTeX the logical choices. But language is not always logical, so LaTeX is also possible. You cannot separate the two first letters as in LaTeX, but you can choose either LaTeX or LaTeX. It's completely your choice. It's very natural for me to compare this with Microsoft Word, which is a software that a lot more people are familiar with. So there are some disadvantages and advantages. A disadvantage of using LaTeX is that it has a higher learning curve in the beginning. Secondly, there is no click and drag feature. So in Microsoft Word, you can just click on things and then they will appear, but this is not the case in LaTeX. LaTeX is purely text-based. However, there are plenty of advantages to using LaTeX. One of them is much better control of the typesetting. It's infinitely much better when it comes to mathematics. It's better for writing large documents. It takes care of the numbering automatically. As a final nice thing, you don't need a separate program like Microsoft PowerPoint to make presentations. The slides you're looking at right now, they're made in LaTeX. So LaTeX is in many ways a lot more multifunctional than Microsoft Word. So, what is the difference between LaTeX and Overleaf? So if you've seen the description on this course, you can see that it takes place in Overleaf. Well, LaTeX is the actual language we'll be writing in to create our documents. On the other hand, Overleaf is just an online environment where we can write LaTeX and compile our documents so that they become the usual PDF documents you're probably used to. So an analogy here is that if LaTeX is football, then Overleaf is a football field. You play football on the football field in the same way you write LaTeX in, for instance, Overleaf, but they're not the same. I would like to note, however, before we end this introductory video, that you don't need to use Overleaf. There are actually plenty of other environments that you can write LaTeX in. One thing that really separates Overleaf is that it's online. This comes with both advantages, again, and disadvantages. The big advantage for us in this course is that you don't need to install anything on your personal computer, and we can just get started right away. I would strongly suggest you to use Overleaf throughout this course. After the course, I suggest that you take a look at other types of environments where you can also write LaTeX. So Overleaf has become a lot more popular in later years, both by beginners because they're very beginner friendly, but also by professionals. Personally, I use Overleaf for almost everything when it comes to LaTeX. In the next couple of videos, Stine is going to show you how to get set up with Overleaf and some basic navigation inside that site. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.